Hey,
Hello, everybody.
what's up, Mr. Matt? Welcome to
What's up?
Collection Wars,
What's up,
man. My
Mr. Star
sidekick,
Killer 77?
huh?
Nice to be back again.
Right?
It's been
It's
a long
okay. I call
time.
you sidekick, right?
Oh, you can call me sidekick.
All
I
right.
don't take offense to
Hey,
that.
let's say hello to everybody, Mr. McFly. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Jeff? Joseph, the babysitter, Armando. Hey, Janine, how you doing?
The
So,
berries.
man, Matt, how you been, brother?
I've been good, man. I've been really busy.
Yeah,
As we were just talking a little earlier, I've been putting wood flooring in our upstairs room. So,
very
like the
cool.
last 2 days, all I've been doing is tearing carpet and subfloor out and nails and tacks, and my knees are all beat up and I'm tired. Plus I had to help Joseph move yesterday, so I'm beat, dude.
And he's lucky to have you nearby, huh?
I'm lucky to have him nearby. It's mutual, you know. I do
Yeah,
favors for him and he helps me out whenever he can too. So
that's very cool.
Joseph's a good dude.
Even though we don't have you on the show very often, it's not because we don't want you on the show. It's because you're always working on the
I
weekends.
am, man. I work in the casino, so it's Fridays and Saturday nights. It's tough to
Well, let's
to
be
get out
clear.
of work.
Let's
But
be
on Wednesdays I'm good
sounds
most of the
good.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, and to let everybody know, me and you have become really good friends. You got to come down to the Star Killer Ranch, and with you and
Yeah,
your,
man.
your lovely.
I think I just kind of we connected real quick, and I
Mhm.
think we have kind of the same personality, so it wasn't really hard. And yeah, man, when we went down there and visited, I kind of just solidified everything. I just knew forever. Then you're just going to be one of my good friends. So
Man, and it's been great. We
absolutely.
we have a couple more joining. Armando, how you doing, Mr. David Boudreau?
What's up, David? What's up, Armando?
Yeah, and I'm real excited, guys. I talked about it on my Instagram, and I've been so pumped about this Yoda life size diorama. Sitting on the log, chilling. And David went all out for me and did a fantastic job. And it's supposed to be here on Friday. I'm really excited to.
I've been seeing update photos of that thing, Michael, and it's absolutely gorgeous,
Isn't
dude.
that
He's
great,
done
man?
a fantastic job on it.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, it's been really, really cool.
Well, and your diorama, dude, I mean, you did a really good job on that, dude. It looks really nice.
Thanks, man. It's crazy. It's everything out off my property.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, me and David were talking about that. He said something. You were like, "Well, what did I do, Dave? Should I do something with foam or what?" And he's like, "Man, you live on a ranch. Just
Yeah.
go find a log out there."
Yeah, he goes, there's nothing.
Found one
Yeah,
that looked almost exactly like it. It was.
yeah. I was gonna have Richard Riley do me a display, and respectfully, this looks way more non-statuous looking.
No, it looks way more authentic like that. Yeah, it
Yeah,
looks good. You're doing a good job.
yeah. We got
Like I
Yen.
told you the other day, I think it's I think it's funny because you don't really talk about it, but you do have a lot of artistic qualities about you, man. I mean,
Oh man,
you're very good at your dioramas and your builds. I mean, you're
thank you.
yeah, both you and Gabe.
Appreciate it. It's cool when you have artists, and I'm surrounded in a little close niche of really badass artists around me, whether
Yeah,
they're modelers or sculptors or artists. Like
tell me
David.
about it. How nice is it just a phone
Yeah,
call away of being able to call David Boudreau and say, "Hey, can you give me tell me
yeah.
what you think about this?" And you get a really honest, professional opinion from him. And
Sometimes it's not all that great. Sometimes it's like,
oh,
oh, that looks like total shit because he won't hold back. You know what I
no,
mean?
but that's what I appreciate about him, though, is
Yeah.
because look, if it looks like shit, I don't want to go out there and you have to sugarcoat it,
Yeah.
because then everybody else thinks it looks like shit, So
Yeah, when
absolutely,
David sent out a deal saying, "Hey, it'll be there Friday," I'm like, "Yes," because I was telling
nice.
Joseph today I was so scared that David was going to grab that Yoda head and say, "I think I'm going to try it again." I'm going to be like, "Motherfucker!"
Yeah, he's done it like 3 times, right?
Oh man, that's what
So
happens when you deal with a perfectionist. You know what I mean?
yeah, well, that's but you're getting some quality work, so
Yeah, man, for
yeah,
sure. Hey,
absolutely.
so Scott, what's going on? Legacy Arts. We got Jens,
Jens,
a new Texan.
new Texan in town.
Yeah. So
Yeah, he came and visited you not too long ago, right? Just a couple days ago for his birthday.
yeah,
Yeah,
he sure
yeah.
did. I got to meet his beautiful wife and his two kids, very respectful family, and it was his birthday. So we Denise made him a cake and we sang him happy birthday. It's
Made
brand
him
new to
feel
the
at home.
States. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's tough times right now because he's having to completely start life over again,
Think
with
about
his
that.
family.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
You uproot your entire family from a
Yeah.
different country and
Yeah.
move it across the pond, and then try to reestablish yourself again in a just completely different world that you're used to. I mean, I take my hat off to him, dude.
Yeah.
Everything that we talked about, and we talked about this extensively about this move of his, and we talked about what it's going to take and what he has to do and the steps, and he's done everything systematically. He did it.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of him.
Yeah. It's called Big Honies.
He does. He's
Big
got them.
Bills.
He got them. Good for him.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He's going to be fine. So, what's up, Marcel? Hey, so real quick, did you get a chance, obviously, to see Andor?
Oh yes.
Okay, everybody knows that's why we're here on a Wednesday evening.
No spoilers.
Yeah, so we're getting ready to talk about it. So, so let's start off with you. What did you think so far from what you saw? From we're caught up now. You watched today.
Yeah, I've watched it a couple times just because I watched it one time and then I just wanted to slow watch it again just to and man, I'm telling you, I love it. I don't a lot of people I've been reading on social media, they're complaining about how slow it is and
I'm hearing that too.
I'm like, whatever. I mean, it's like, so what? You're gonna have 26 episodes of just action.
Yeah,
that would be some sort of development, right? So
yeah,
I enjoy watching these characters evolve, and we were talking about this earlier, and I said, I liked Andor. I like Cassian as a character in Rogue One, and that happens to be one of my favorite Star Wars movies. Probably my second. Mm-hmm. And I always liked the character, but now I'm putting him in the same category as like how I like Luke and how I like Han, and I love that. I love that grittiness of him. It's a different character we're not used to. He's not wholesome. He came up in a dark, bad way, and he's kind of like, he's chaotic in his head because he's not sure, the differences sometimes between what's right and what's wrong, but he somehow finds a way to, I don't know, show his humanity, as this series moves on. And I've been enjoying him. I've been enjoying his character development more than anything. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you hit it right on the head when you mentioned about what, social media is saying about it starting out pretty slow and whatnot. And the sad thing is today's, audience, or I know there's a huge audience out there, depending on if it's like the superhero type of stuff, but it's sad because you don't see these real good stories anymore. Like when somebody goes to Hollywood and they have a really good script, if it's too slow, it might be a fantastic story, but if it's not enough action, or nowadays, like E.T., I don't think would make it today in today's it's fantastic from when we saw it.
Or even like Close Encounters, something like that too.
It'd be too slow. Yeah, exactly. And I think that this was like when I was watching it today, it kind of, I don't know how many people have seen Force 10 from Navarone.
Oh, that's a great comparison.
Yeah, so
I know exactly where. Yes.
Yeah, so we got Carl Weathers and Harrison Ford and some great actors in that movie, and Robert Shaw. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, though, it was just, it was a heist. They're doing it,
exactly.
And it was really cool. And holy shit, dude! I love when you got a sneak of the Tidarium shuttle. Did you see that?
I did. Yes.
But when you see the TIE fighters and them jumping in,
I love that part when they're running across the crane and they did the ladder and God, I just love that part. That was
now you're seeing how it's done.
Yes.
Those are the little things that George Lucas probably sits back in his rocking chair and says,
I should have done
pretty
that.
Freaking cool.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. I totally agree with that. When I saw because I've seen actually like people who have built models and stuff, and they use that as kind of a diorama. They have like that crane set up with all the TIE fighters kind of lined up and everything. And I always thought that would be cool to see that in a movie.
Yeah. You imagine a couple of 6-scale diorama TIE fighters.
Oh my God, it would. I don't know.
I know everybody knows Matt that's joining us tonight, but if you don't, this is like we told the really funny story about Matt about a week ago, about the UPS guys showing up. This is the guy right here. And hey, hopefully,
Oh man, that was so funny. I was telling a Faf the story yesterday. She was
yeah,
laughing so hard.
yeah. I'm like, oh, shit, what's the matter, Matt?
I
Dude,
was like, what the
nine.
hell is he doing here at 10:30 in the morning? He's not supposed to be here until 1. This is bullshit.
And then Danny's sleeping on the couch,
No,
right?
she was studying. She was downstairs studying because she had class earlier in the day. So she was getting ready for class, and she was just down there on the couch studying. And all of a sudden, the dogs start barking. And I'm like, oh, damn, he's here. Because I look out the window, and there he is. And so all I had on was my boxers. I'm in bed. So I ran down the stairs. I ran down to the door. And as I open it and I shut it, there he is. And one of the girls has like 4 in one hand. The other guy has 4 in the other. I'm like,
Matt,
my neighbor's across the street, watering his lawn, just looking at me, laughing his ass off because he's picked up packages for me before, so he knows exactly what's going on.
That's
I'm like,
hilarious.
Go put those 8 over there and just give me 1. So I took the 1 and I walked in and like acted like, oh, okay, yeah, just the box, and then I snuck out the back and brought the rest in.
Okay, so real quick before we get back on Andor, we're getting off really
Sorry.
easy. But hey, let me just. I would think by now you would have the guy's number, the UPS driver's number, and you could text him, hey, text me when you're en route, drop this stuff right over.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, usually I'm up, and so I'll have them on my GPS. So I'll have the UPS truck, and I'll see it visually on my GPS where it's at, but I was asleep and I didn't wake up in time.
I think Jeff on our show tonight, Star Wars Addicts, had these little similar stories. But
oh, I bet there's more than
but
one.
if Jeff's wife is watching with the show, I'm just kidding. It's a different Jeff. Yeah. So back on Andor, dude.
Yeah, back on Andor.
Yeah, it left me today was good. It was always the first thing I check is how many minutes do I get to watch today before I have to wait another week, right?
Right.
But if you had to choose, what was your favorite part of this what you saw today?
About what I saw today, that's a good question. There was a couple different parts. I like the part that we were talking about, especially with the TIE fighters when they're all lined up and they're showing those kind of visuals of the crane and how they're getting in. Because you always wondered that, because you always saw the Death Star and everything, and they're always coming out of it, or they came out of a Star Destroyer, but you never seen them all craned up like that. So that was really cool to me, and I really liked that.
Yeah.
But my favorite part, I think, tonight was when they're done with the mission. And I'm trying to remember that other guy's name. They were sitting there talking. They were talking about the heist, and he was saying, "Hey, there's 80 million credits in there, 40 for you and 40 for me." And he goes into the scenario of why they should take off with it and split it, and the reasons why. And he just looked at him and he said his piece and then just shot him.
Isn't that crazy?
I loved it because in my mind I was going, I would just shoot him. I would just, dude, I wouldn't even let him finish that sentence. I would just, done. You're done. And he did it. So it kind of took me by surprise. But that was probably my favorite moment of this episode.
Because Cassian surprises you even in Rogue One, right?
Yeah.
When he's talking and he shoots that guy.
No, he doesn't mess around.
There,
there's no second or third chance with him. He judges you and then he just determines.
Yeah. He's your judge, jury, and executioner. Yeah, that's crazy, right? I mean, but he's actually very faithful to the Rebel Alliance.
Yes, yeah, and you could see like the stories of the other rebels are bringing him to sort of have a different feeling and meaning to what this rebellion is all about. Before it was just him wanting to get out. Now he sees that there's a purpose.
Right.
Yeah, and I like that. I like when you see a character that is very neutral, and then you see the process of the story bringing the human out of him.
Yeah, and that chick when Charlie, you're gonna have to go, bud. You have to go. You go. But yeah, no, Charlie, when you see when he pulls that thing out to give back to that chick, because she didn't really believe him, right?
No.
And then all of a sudden, when he says, "Here's this," then she knew this.
You knew because that was worth more than anything they had on that ship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it was pretty badass, dude. I got to tell you, I'm really digging it.
What was your favorite part, Michael? What was your favorite part?
My favorite scene was obviously the TIE fighters. That was badass, but it was really cool when he shot that dude like nothing. And it sucked that other dude died. You knew that, you know.
I knew that nobody was going to come out of this unscathed.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, and that one, the guy the spy, the African American guy that had him in there, and he gets shot down. That kind of sucked.
Yes.
And
did you have a sneaking suspicion earlier that he was a spy?
Say that again.
Did you know earlier in the episodes that he kind of like there was something kind of different about him, the way he was acting and stuff?
The nerdy one.
No. The African American.
Oh yeah. I didn't know which way he was going. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, you know what was crazy though is the guy that Cassian shot. I mean, the African American guy said, "Hey, cover me." And he wasn't even really covering him.
Right.
So you see right there, he was kind of
shady,
and yet the little runt guy was cover. Fighting.
He was loyal and he was covering. Yeah. He put his life on the line. Yep.
Yeah, that's right, Armando. He was a stormtrooper.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
I started reading into it. Wait a minute, the stormtrooper was that Finn?
It's Finn's dad.
Yeah. Was it older? I'm trying to look at the timelines and I get all confused and shit. But yeah,
it's funny how some fans with Star Wars fans, everybody has to be related.
I know.
No, it's a pretty big universe.
Exactly. Yeah, the doctor dude with the guy right behind him with the other hands. That was pretty
cool. That's another thing. When I saw that doctor guy, I go, Joel Haas. Joel Haas got to make that guy.
Oh, that's funny.
I think that would be a cool figure. That doctor with a slab in front of him with a bunch of medical tools.
That would be badass.
Yeah.
And I hope if he's watching the show, that's what he's going to be doing tonight. You know what
Bill,
I mean?
are you watching? Can you flip that out in about a half hour?
Yeah, he could. Yeah, that's funny. What's it Marcel saying? Hey, Marcel, by the way, dude, I'm really pumped. I got the blockade runner today and everything showed up. The biggest thing, Matt, when these studio models show up is when you open the box, when they're so big and see how many pieces are broke off and man.
It was all whole, nothing broke, nothing.
Yeah, everything was intact and
yep.
Man, it's badass on display. It's really, really cool.
It's a beautiful piece.
Yeah, man. So on Andor, what do you think? Okay. So they, he did what his part was. So basically, this is to help bank the rebels, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Where do you think it's going to go from here, man?
80 million credits is going to buy a lot of parts,
X-wings
and A-wings and B-wings and mechanics and
medical frigates.
Well, and also that that necklace he gave him. I'm sure you can find some use for that too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's going to be really cool to see what happens. But man, I sure hope they introduce surprises because they're gonna leave some surprises. And I can't wait to see K2SO.
I know. Well, as I was, when you're looking in the credits, you see, Forrest Whitaker's in the credits, so he's going to be Saw Gerrera. You're going to see maybe at some point, maybe seeing Saw Gerrera. They already mentioned him.
Yeah.
And and like I'm very excited because K2SO is like one of my favorite characters.
Mine too.
Players. I love him. Yeah. I think he's got the perfect sense, balance of, kind of being cool and badass and then funny and sarcastic at the same time. It's not overbearing at all.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree. They did that character well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. So Gabe it's his daughter's birthday and Gabe is out with her. He forgot that it was her birthday. He didn't forget tonight, but yeah, I reached out to Gabe and he said that, oh damn, forgot, because it's just recently that Gabe and I've been doing the show and yeah, you never know. So what's up, Steven? But like how it was last week, you never know. With Gabe, he was watching baseball the whole damn
I
time.
didn't know Gabe was a Padres fan.
I didn't either. I don't think Gabe even knew. I think he figured it out after they decided that they were going to be in the playoffs.
He was talking about their they haven't been in the playoffs for like 12 seasons, 11 seasons. I'm like, me and Joseph, we live in Washington. The Mariners haven't been in the playoffs for like 21 seasons, and we made it. So I was pretty happy about that too.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I've never been big into baseball. Like if it's my kids playing or something,
Yeah.
but to watch it, like, it's for some people, it's their life for a lot of people, but I just never really grew up.
Baseball is kind of one of those sports where you either grew up with it and love it, or it's hard to watch because it is. It's unless you like are ingrained with what's going on, because there's a battle between the pitcher and the batter and field adjustments, and there's a lot of actual strategic things that are going on in that game, and without having a certain knowledge about it, you really kind of miss those things. But when you have them, it makes the games very interesting.
For sure.
It is a chess match.
Yeah, one of the best things that I do is when I go and throw the ball with Haley.
Yeah.
I just went a week ago and I bought her softball because she's really good with the baseball, but not with the softball. And, she's going to have to learn that. And she's actually really natural at pitching that under pitch, the softball pitches,
Right.
And she's very good at it. She's a great catcher. And holy shit, she's got an arm. She can throw,
There you go, man. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. But it's like, let's go, Haley. I don't want to go. And then when she goes, she's awesome. And then she wants to play. You know what I mean?
So you just got to push him a little bit.
That's right. You got to push him. So Marcel,
I got a question for you, Michael. Other than the obvious of Cassian Andor, who is your favorite character that is developing now in the series? Who do you like? Which one do you see the most coming out of? Yeah, that sounds funny.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm getting off here. Okay, so it's unfortunate, but her character is not going anywhere because she was only in like the first 2 episodes. But that Hispanic girl, that guy, you remember at the beginning that he landed on that planet?
Yes.
She was like working under that vehicle.
Yeah. They kind of went away from that.
I think she was totally hot, but she was a cool character. But I don't know if they showed that dude again. I get tired of seeing that guy that was like determined to go and find Cassian.
Oh, you know what? And that was probably the only aspect of the show that I haven't really appreciated is his character.
Yeah. It was kind of like when you were watching Obi-Wan and that one chick, that was, I just couldn't. Yeah. But I don't know, man. There's no other characters really that really, I mean, you want to know what character I would say, and that's a great question, Matt. And it's going to sound kind of boring, but this what's the senator lady, the wealthy lady,
Mothra?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's cool seeing what's happening with her. You know what I mean? Because it looks like, I don't know if this happens, like she's going to sacrifice her family.
It looks like she almost is like getting forced into that position of having to choose between her husband and family and her life as she knows it and the rebellion.
Yeah,
that's a pretty compelling, character development right there in its own self, right there. Because she's even though we don't see her much in the OGs, she's a big part of it.
Yeah, and I think that she doesn't care about the money and all that crap.
Right.
It's cool when she gets in that vehicle, that car. That's pretty cool,
Kind of like a Mercedes style.
Yeah. Those are the things that George Lucas, I know, probably really likes.
Yeah.
Those are really
It does. It does. It does. It kind of looks like a 1957 sort of like real stylish looking space car.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it has
I think that was pretty badass.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think George would appreciate the direction of what this is going.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Yeah, so Marcel was asking how the restaurant was going, and it's actually going very well. We have a slab now, and I was out watering my slab down today, and but it's going. Things are really really exciting. It's by the end of next week we'll have a building erected. So hard to
That's when
believe.
it gets real, huh?
Yeah, now things are happening now.
Yeah.
So it's cool standing on the slab and looking like, okay, here's where the bar is, and that's where I'm going to put the DeLorean, even though there's no walls up. But it's cool just getting an idea. It's exciting.
Visualizing.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love. It's like when I've directed a couple future feature films. When you have a story that you've written and the concept, and then you actually make it a reality. It's my favorite part of the whole
Yep.
build.
Yeah. All coming together. It's not
Yes.
just an idea anymore. You're seeing something physical
and
happening.
and not only when you go in are you going to be just in awe, but the building design is just absolutely. I keep adding crazy shit like this huge boulder rock on this front deal. Just going to have to wait and see. It's really cool what we're doing. So
I think it's going to be beautiful. I'm going to be there opening
yeah,
day.
yeah. Hopefully, a lot of the viewers will be there too when we
Yeah, it'd be
have
great.
the big shindig. And thanks for asking, Marcel. So, what anything new in your collection?
Yeah, actually, there has been.
No, not at all.
If you look over my left shoulder over here, there's the Iron Man comics classic figure from Hot Toys, and when it first came out, I wasn't quite sure about it because it's die cast and it's really cool, but it has like this clear plastic shelling around the all the gauntlets and his arms and his chest plate and everything, and it looked kind of odd at first when it first was being shown by Hot Toys, but I ordered it anyways because it's unique looking and it's not like any of the other current MCU ones. And so when it arrived, I was really pleasantly surprised how much I really liked it, and it looks so much like if you're a comic book fan of the 70s,
Yeah.
and you read Iron Man, that's kind of that's kind of how he looked. And it's in the way that the plastic is on there, it gives it sort of like there's sort of like a magnet, like a invisible shield that surrounds his armor, kind of almost like a energy pulsating shield that kind of surrounds his armor. It gives that kind of effect. Right. And it looks so nostalgic, it looks so 70s, and it's very cool. I was very pleasantly surprised with it. I really like it.
That's cool. And the Hulk looks badass back there.
Yeah, the Hulk back. Yeah,
is that a 6-scale Hulk?
Yeah, that's 1/6 scale.
Does he flex? Does he have like his legs and stuff?
But it's not so that Hulk isn't as articulated as a normal Hot Toy. Like normal Hot Toys that have like 32
because
points
it's so big and bulky.
But it's got quite a few. It's probably got about 24 points of articulation. So you can move its arm, rotate its forearms.
Oh, okay.
You can kind of rebend his thumbs and fingers a little bit, but he's not as posable.
So all your cases. What is the are those like glass cases that you get like at Hobby Lobby, or do you have those made?
Well, most of them, the ones on the back are all detolfs, but I do find so I'll go on Facebook Marketplace and I'll look up like jewelry store display cases or retail store display cases and stuff like that, and a lot of stuff like when I got this Back to the Future figures in will pop up, and they're really cool. I mean, they're pillars, and they usually have glass canopies that go along with them. Some of them have lights and are lit. Some of them you have to drill and put the lights in. But I mean, you just got to clean them up a little bit and give them a paint job every once in a while. I was going to paint these black. I haven't done them yet, but I have quite a few of them like that where they're just a little bit scratched up a little bit, but you can get them for like I bought these two sets right here for less than $100 a piece. Wow. For both of them. Yeah, and they've been great. I have a whole bunch of ones like this all around my gallery, just displaying my figures, and so kind of if you don't want to go and spend brand new money on brand new pillars and cabinets, there's other avenues of trying to find them. You just got to work on them and fix them up a little bit every once in a while.
Is that the new Doc Brown in the background there, or is it?
No, that's coming though. No, that's that's part 2. That Doc Brown's part 2.
Okay.
But
so is the one that me and you have coming, the one that's coming right now, Has that ever come out before? Is that a re-release or?
The new Doc Brown
Yeah.
from the Back to the Future 1? No, that's
Yeah.
a brand new figure. They have never
Wow.
released that.
That's
Yeah,
crazy. They came out with a part 2, but not a part
I
1.
always thought that too when they did that, because I figured this when they came out with Marty that he would would be following.
And the regular DeLorean, right?
Yeah, but they came out with the DeLorean, and they never came out with an original Doc Brown, but they came out with part 2 Doc Brown. So and then I remember they showcased Doc Brown part 1 at a con, and I was, I doubted they were ever going to do it, and finally they did. They released it, and so yeah, it's on.
I don't know if you saw the photos. I sent it to a couple of you guys. I'm sure a lot of y'all see this stuff on social media before I do, but with the New York Con this weekend, both Doc Brown and McFly. So they were there. And Kyle, when you see him and how he's dealing with his Parkinson's,
I know, man.
It
kind of choked me up.
Yeah.
I love Michael J. Fox, dude. I've liked him ever since Family Ties. I thought.
Me too.
Yeah, I've always, almost every movie he's been in, I've enjoyed. Teen Wolf, of course, the Back to the Futures, and I just think one of the movies that I really liked him in, and it doesn't get really talked about, is Bright Lights, Big City. You ever seen that?
I have.
Yeah, it's him playing a completely different.
Yeah, that one kind of bombed. It's kind of a weird.
It did.
I did like Secret of My Success, actually.
I did.
I know it's kind of but I liked it.
I liked it too. There's very few that I did. I think he's a great actor.
What's Doc Brown's? What's his name? I forget his name.
Oh shit! Now I can't say it.
Okay, but that dude, man, I remember him kind of being old in Taxi. Back in the 70s, you know what I mean? And that dude, he's doing pretty good.
Stayed the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like I'm getting older than him,
It's weird. It's like there's some people who like some actors, or some people who like that they stay forever young. They have that young look and it just never goes away. But then there's some actors that they age real fast, but then they stay that age.
Yeah.
Like they'll age like to a certain point, but they won't age anymore, and they'll stay like that. Like Sean Connery. It seems like Sean Connery looked the same age from like the time he was 45 to the time he was 85.
Me and my wife have bets about Rob Lowe if he's had plastic surgery, because that some bitch doesn't seem to, age. She's like, "Oh, he's got plastic surgery." I'm like, "No way!" She's like, when he laughs, his forehead doesn't. But yeah, Christopher Lloyd.
His cheeks and forehead don't move. He's probably got Botox in there.
Yeah, Armando, I love Taxi too. I love it.
Yeah, Taxi. That was where he was originated from.
Yeah, I've met Danny DeVito twice. Super cool dude. Super good.
He seems like he would be funny and a good dude to have a beer with.
Yeah. And that redhead in Taxi. Yeah, she looked fantastic. Yeah. So what else is going on? You got anything coming new in the?
Yeah, well, like I said, I got that Iron Man, and actually, what came in too was the new Hot Toys Biker Scout and Scout Trooper. That one's really cool. That one, it's way better built than the Sideshow version.
Really,
way better built. Yeah, it looks so much better. It has a great diorama. It's a really
you have both of them, right?
Yeah. Well, I got the biker with the bike, the Scout with the bike, and then I got the Scout by himself.
Very cool.
Yeah, he's really cool. The other one that came in too was the animation Anakin Skywalker and Ben Kenobi. Those were actually the bodies kind of suck because they're loose and they don't feel tight, and they're just you can tell they're kind of, the body's kind of cheaply made. I don't know, maybe it's not, but but the head sculpts are pretty spot on, I think, and they look pretty good. There's mixed reviews on them. I think the Yoda looks pretty good. The Yoda from the animation looks pretty good. But I'm not, I had to get them.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
That'd be cool if they came out. You have the Yoda 6-scale Hot Toys one, don't you?
Yeah.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, they did a good job. Actually, I have, the Clone Wars version and the Empire Strikes Back version.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's cool. Did you order the painting from Sideshow, the new Yoda one from
Jerry Vanderstelt's.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you get yours yet?
I think it's actually on its way.
Tomorrow, actually.
No. I think it'll be here either Monday or Tuesday.
Do you get it with or without the frame?
I get them without the frames. I have a lady like you guys do.
Yeah.
In Hobby Lobby that they just do a really good job over there. So
very cool.
I prefer my sister. My sister-in-law was an art teacher for about 35 years at this high school, and she frames her art amazingly. And I actually let her do a couple of my paintings too, and she did a really good job. So.
Hey, would your boy like to come on and say hello real quick?
Nate, you want to say hi? You want to say hi, everybody? For those of you who have never met, this is my boy Nate. He's 10 years old, and he really likes my vintage and Star Wars 3.75 inch stuff. He plays with it all the time. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
How you doing, brother?
Michael saying hi to you. Oh yeah, that's where the bomb comes up. Say hi to Michael.
Hi, Michael.
How you doing, buddy?
There's probably like 30 or 40 other people out there that are looking at you right now. Say hi.
Hey, so be careful when you're running around those. Oh, that's hilarious.
He's a good kid. He helped me tear out all that carpet. He worked his ass off.
I did it all. What do you mean?
You hear him?
Oh, come on. Child labor laws. That's hilarious.
Yeah, he worked his butt off.
Hey, did Marcel say he likes the Love Boat? What the hell? I mean, that's something that you got to be a man's man to say you watch Love Boat. I think we all watch Love Boat.
I remember the Love Boat.
That's funny. So, yeah. Ooh, can you see behind you? Hang on just a second. Get on it.
You're gonna get it.
Yeah. Right. So, hey, so that's like your Marvel room?
Yeah, right now. Yeah, last couple times I sat in my Star Wars room, so I thought I'd sit up in here. You know,
yeah,
a lot of people don't know I even have a Marvel room. They just
I forget it.
Yeah, it's actually this room is getting eventually it's over here. It's getting all torn up. So I've torn all the shelves out. Everything from the wall, from the ceiling down to the floor is all torn out, and this will all get the same done. This is all going to be my Star Wars room eventually. So
very cool. Do you have a favorite superhero?
Yeah, I liked, Spawn. It's probably been like my favorite.
Wow.
Yeah. When I was younger, it was always Wolverine. I used to really like the X-Men, and I liked Wolverine. He was my favorite. But as I got older, and when Spawn first came in the comics, I always liked reading about him. I always thought he was a cool character. He's different. But I really enjoyed the movie. I like Ryan Reynolds as Spawn. So yeah. Or not Spawn, excuse me.
I was going to say Spawn.
When I say Spawn, I meant Deadpool. I said Spawn, didn't I?
You did.
I did. I meant Deadpool. I'm sorry.
Really? I was going to say Spawn. Do they have 6-scale Spawn?
There is a company that made a 6-scale Spawn. Actually, Todd McFarlane has been teasing a re-release of another 6-scale by Hot Toys. He's thinking about making Spawn, I think. So,
man, I remember when he came out with these realistic action figures.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, he did a really good. They were hyper real looking, like before hyper real. They were hyper real before hyper real.
Yeah, I think he looked like in Phoenix or something.
Yeah, he's an incredible artist, man. He he did Spider-Man for a long time too, McFarlane. When he was illustrating Spider-Man, he did a really good job.
Did you get a Rambo? I got my Rambo in.
I did. I'd have to turn my camera. Well,
did you get the First Blood one, right?
Huh?
The First Blood one?
Yes. Yeah, I didn't get the part 2 one. Just
I didn't
like Rambo First Blood.
Yeah, for sure. Me too. Yeah, that's the one I got.
Yeah, I like that burlap sack that he has to wear. And
did you put it? Is yours displayed that way?
No, actually, I got him with his backpack and his army coat, kind of like when he's walking down the.
Okay, wait a minute. Does he have a backpack?
Huh?
He's got his.
Well, I put. No, that's Marty McFly. I got a duffel bag to put around his shoulder.
Oh, very cool. I was going to say, man, I might have chunked him. I don't know because I don't remember that. That's cool. You did that. That's cool. Yeah, that's really cool.
That'd be quiet.
Yeah. So, do you have Batman stuff or no?
I don't collect DC.
Okay.
Yeah, I never enjoyed DC all that much. I mean, I've watched a couple of the Batman movies and stuff, but growing up I was never a Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Robin. They didn't really appeal to me any. I was more I like the X-Men and the Avengers and that kind of stuff. I like that better. I don't know. I just never really got into it. Did you like DC?
It's kind of weird because I never even really I knew DC and the other one, but I never thought a lot about them, but every once in a while I like, but like I see your Hulk and I'm like, oh, actually I like the Hulk,
Yeah.
And then sometimes I like the Spider-Man, and
I like Spider-Man. He's probably one of my second favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. You got a crap ton of those figures, dude.
I do.
How many Iron Men do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4.
There's a lot of them, right?
6. I got probably 10 or more.
You have the original one from the first Iron Man?
No, I have the earliest Iron Man I have is the Silver Centurion, and that's from 2. I did, I started collecting the Hot Toy Star Wars first, and I wasn't even going to touch any of the Marvel stuff. And I told myself over and over again not to do it. Mm-hmm. And eventually I said, well, you know what? I'm just going to buy like Captain America and an Iron Man, and that's it. And I'll let them represent like that part of my collection. And then next thing I know, I bought Hawkeye, and then I bought Black Widow, and then I bought the Hulk, and then so it's just, and at that point I was like, well, fuck it, I might as well just.
You're in trouble.
I might as well just get them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it was never even really going to be part of the collection, and then it just kind of turned into this. So.
Did you get the Hulkbuster?
I never got the Hulk. Well, I do have the Hulkbuster, but I don't have. So I have the Power Pose Hulkbuster by Hot Toys. So there's no articulation, but it lights up and everything. And but I didn't get I don't have the one where you can put the figure in. And
yeah. That thing is expensive, isn't it? Like
it is. Like the secondary market, man. It's like $1,100-$1,200. Sometimes a little bit more than that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It took for a while for those didn't sell out, right?
No. But once they did sell out, they jumped.
I bet.
They almost tripled automatically.
Yeah.
That's what happens with a lot of the Hot Toys. As soon as like one or two out of the let's say they make 10 of them, and like there's going to be 2 or 3 out of those that they're going to sell out quickly. And as soon as they do, once they hit the secondary market and they're not being produced anymore, they triple in price and they never go down. Like that Han and Chewie set, when that first the New Hope Han and Chewie set, when it first came out, I think you could get that set for $400 bucks. I think it was, and now you cannot find it for less than. I mean, Han by himself is $900 now.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can buy a Chewie for like $450, $500 bucks, but Han by himself.
Leia was even expensive. New Hope Leia.
Yeah.
I ended up getting a Feisen doll and made my own Leia.
That's a really good idea because there was a lot of really cool Leia kits out there, so you could actually fix one up for pretty decently.
Isn't it crazy the 6-scale market? How far it's come in details?
Oh man, the jump is nuts. I remember. So, I remember when I first got my first Sideshow figure. I think it was the Sideshow New Hope Luke, and I thought it was pretty cool, and the accessories were really cool, but you could still see the sculpture was still soft in the face.
Yeah, it looked like a toy.
Yeah, and man, when the DX07 came out, or no, DX0 was it ZX5? It's the one with the 2-pack with Luke in the Bespin.
Oh yeah.
I think it's the DX07.
I wish I would have got that. When
that came out and I got it, and I saw the quality of the sculpt and the. I mean, I was just like, oh my
the
god,
hairs.
this is a whole different level. And so yeah. I mean, at that point, I was sold. I loved them.
And we've been waiting forever for the Bespin Luke to come back out.
Yep, and it's coming.
Man, I can't wait.
Yeah.
But so would you? Is it hands down? Star Wars is your favorite of all your 6-scale?
Oh yeah, like and I've spoke with Danny before. Like I've said, if it ever came down to it, I probably could depart with most of the stuff in this room without, I mean, I'd probably keep a few pieces that really are important to me.
Like Back to the Future.
Yeah, like the Back to the Future and some of these, you can't see them, but I got,
Yeah, those are my favorite ones
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, and Indiana Jones. Those things I'd probably keep, but a lot of the stuff I could probably depart with without feeling so much remorse. But I could not.
But
I probably would have a very hard time selling anything Star Wars.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
And hey, on the Rogue One stuff, do you have all the Rogue One figures?
Every single one of them.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, every single one.
I only have a few of them. You think they're ever going to come out with that Hawaiian dude with the big guns?
Maze Malice?
Yeah.
I've been wanting him so bad. I as soon as I saw the prototype of him, I was like, oh my god, how do you?
Yeah.
I just don't know how you make one and not the other. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
They were a companion characters. They were with, it's just like that's like Han and Chewie. I mean, they were together. So,
hey, did they make a Cassian, Matt?
No, they haven't made a Cassian yet either.
Wow, they're
gonna make one now, which gives me hopes that maybe that if Andor takes off and they start making figures, that maybe they'll start going back to Rogue One and they'll do a Saw Gerrera and maybe they'll do Baze Malice and stuff like that. I would like to see the one guy that was the defective TIE fighter pilot. I think that would be kind of cool. Bodhi, remember Bodhi? Yeah. I always thought that would be a kind of a cool character.
That would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll never forget one time I finally did it and I had ordered, and then they credited it back, but I had ordered. I got a pretty good deal on it. It was a Darth Vader. It was a 2-pack Darth Vader with Tarkin in the chair.
Yeah, that's a great set. I love that set.
And then it was like $600.
Yeah.
And then the guy sent back a thing. I won the bid, and he said, "I'm sorry, but I had already sold it." And I was so pissed. But it's like, how can I won the bid?
Yeah. Well, how do you? Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't remember. I can't remember how he.
Did somebody privately message him and say, "Hey, I'll give you this much"?
I guarantee that's what happened. Yeah. But anyway, but yeah. So I'd love to have those, and then the Bespin Luke.
Yeah, you need that Bespin Luke.
Yeah, just the original ones, but and I wish I had K2SO 6-scale.
That is I'm telling you, Michael, that's one of their best figures too. It's part die cast, part plastic, but it's really, really well made. It looks great.
The only Rogue One I have is what's her face, Jyn
Erso,
when she's on that planet. Not the cool one that like when she's in getting the plans. That one's really cool.
Like when she has that sort of like that flight suit with the batons.
Yeah,
I got that one too. That's a cool suit.
That's a badass one. So I just have that girl and which one? Oh, I have the Shore Trooper. And
another one of my favorite troopers was
the Black Trooper. What are those called?
Oh, the Death Trooper.
Death Troopers, yeah.
Yeah, those things were cool, weren't they? That was the great opening.
That
and the one's carrying that little doll. That's exactly how I have it posed. He's sitting there walking. He's got the doll in one hand
with his foot up on the rock.
Yeah,
yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
that was a pretty cool 1/1 scale prop too that Disney made. The doll, that doll from Rogue One.
Oh yeah. I think Gabe said about a week ago that they don't have that anymore.
You don't have it anymore? I'm glad I got one then. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Scott. They do need to reissue some of them, but I don't know if it'll happen.
I didn't read I can't read the comments. What did Scott say?
Scott is saying that they need to go back and reissue those figures.
Definitely, absolutely. Yeah. You go back there and you look at all the ones that they that they showed prototypes of that they haven't released. And you're like, come on, dude, those things would go so. It's like I don't understand. It's like sometimes Hot Toys they baffle me because there are figures that I know that if they would release it, they would be sold out and gone immediately.
Yeah.
And they just keep choosing to go the brand new way. And then every so often they'll throw us old guys a bone, and I mean, we all been waiting for a best spin Han Solo for like 17 billion years now. It's like, dude, if they made a best spin Han Solo, it would be gone and sold out within a month. You wouldn't be able to get it. And it's like, why, do you not want to make money? Because that'd be pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Who makes the decisions on that stuff, and then it's crazy on the vehicle situation. If they would come out with some really cool, vehicles, I think would be really cool.
Yeah.
Thank heavens you got that guy used to, he's out there, busting out some crazy badass things.
Man, I can't wait for that snow speeder, dude. I've been seeing some update photos of it, and he's approaching it the same way that he did the Batmobile.
Yeah.
So and you saw Joseph's, and he told you how it looked like it was professionally manufactured, and it looked like a licensed. It is a licensed vehicle because he has a license for DC now. So you can see the difference, and so what gives me hope is that he went the same route with that speeder. And I'm just absolutely excited to see what it looks like.
So I thought about like for the restaurant, because I don't really, it'd be really cool to put the Jabba, what Jens did a fantastic job, and all those custom figures. Yeah. If I could incorporate that somewhere where they could just look back in there, you know what I mean?
That would be really cool, recessed into the wall.
And they just don't have the space, man.
Well, you could like not have an office. And then just
I swear to you, I just now was thinking that. Because in that back room, they could, hey,
it's Nurse Nice.
Hey, how are you?
Uh-oh, Nate's in trouble. It's past his bedtime.
You let him stay up. Hey, guys.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
It's good to see you.
I know.
Everybody, this is my significant other, Danny, otherwise known as Nurse Nice.
Hey, Danny, I got to ask you something live there's only 250 viewers watching right now, but I was just curious. It's like, when are you going to let him order?
Never. Anything you say, the answer is no.
Oh, okay. There's a really, really cool thing getting ready to come out next week. And give the guy a bone,
Nope.
Danny, I can't wait to see you guys again.
We're coming down soon, aren't we?
Yep.
Yes, y'all are.
Day.
Yes.
Yep. We're ready.
The kid in
I
bed.
just want to real quick say, keep up the hard work, Danny.
Good night,
I
baby.
will.
All right.
Bye.
Good night. Good night. Bye-bye.
Girl, man, she's busting her ass, dude. She works full time, 13-hour shifts as a nurse, plus she's going to school full time, 18 credits this term.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, man. She's like, she only gets like 2 or 3 hours of sleep at night usually, and then everything else is steady. Go, 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 go. She's amazing. So
that's her. Yeah, she's a hard worker. She's a good girl.
Yep.
Good girl. But yeah, man. But what I was going to tell you with the restaurant and I did consider getting the 1980s Batman.
Oh.
And the Batwing.
Oh yeah. From Jazz Inc.
And then hanging the Batwing, in a certain little area.
It was it was at Wonderfest, wasn't it?
It was.
I think a lot of people really liked it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he put a lot of work in that, dude.
I know Joseph ordered one of those.
Yeah, it's an amazing piece. Of course, Joseph ordered it.
I know.
Dude, listen. So I yesterday I'm helping Joseph move, right? Because he's getting his theater room ready.
Yeah.
And so we load up all this furniture in my truck, and we take it down to one of his 4 storage units. And so we get there and we load all this stuff into his storage unit. We get it all set and right how he wants it and everything. He goes, hey, Matt, you want to see something? And I grant you, I was at this storage unit not too long ago in the one that he's looking at. He opens it up and it's from wall to dude. All of a sudden he opens it up and I just start going dun 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 dun. dun. I'm just like going, holy crap, Joseph. And he's like, I know. I go, you need help.
Yeah, he just me and him just always are leaning on each other for
I know he tells me
stuff.
you
Yeah.
guys just all you guys do is enable each other. You guys
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And we're always telling each other, no more, dude. He goes, oh, I know. No, yeah.
Right.
And then he's, bastard.
It'll be the coldest day in hell before Joseph ever stops buying collectibles.
I know. Me and Joseph were talking. Our favorite. We both collaborated on this and agreed on this, that our favorite thing is, like the build. Like it being, progress pictures, and obviously when it shows up in
the
the
journey
mail,
of the piece.
the journey.
Yeah.
The journey.
Mhm.
And you're keeping these artists working, and you're supporting something that's really, really, it's really cool, and it's a very small group of people that are involved in it. You know what I mean? And it's really cool. Even through Joseph, I've been able to meet some unbelievable artists. And it's
Between
crazy.
you and Joseph, I have met more people in the industry than I could have ever possibly have managed. I would never have met them had not been for you guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the links that you guys have is absolutely amazing. You know everybody.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And Gabe and I are going to get back on it soon. There's been a lot of stuff going on, but I really want to focus really hard, like I was in the past, getting these fantastic artists, these industry, people from ILM, these ex-ILMers, and letting them share their stories. Gabe is so good at interviewing these people, and I just enjoy these backstories, and hearing these stories that we would never hear if it wasn't.
Well, that's what I say. The thing that you guys do such a good job of is you're keeping their relevance alive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the older we all get, then they're getting just as older, and people are, these new collectors, they probably don't even know who some of them are.
Yeah.
And so just by having this channel and be able to put them on and reintroducing them to this new generation of collectors who have no idea, who the ILM team was, and what they were about, and what they're doing now, and also the people like Jason Elam that's keeping that kind of legacy alive too, by pulling archived pictures from for his models. He does just as good a job as anybody keeping that kind of magic alive.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
it's crazy that I wonder, when this stuff definitely keeps us young. It's accidental. We don't do it to stay young. We do it, I think, because it's just something that we've loved since we were kids, and we, but I wonder where we're going to be in 10 years or in 20 years, what our generations are. I think I know Star Wars will always be alive, but I just wonder where it's going to be.
Will it be like this?
Yeah.
Because this feels like a kind of like it's peaking again.
Yeah.
Like it's early 1980.
Yeah.
It just feels kind of like with all these series and everything, and it feels like it's rising again. I hope it just doesn't have that big fall like it did before.
Yeah, it's crazy. Thank you, General Kenobi's bunker. That's cool. Yeah, we've had some really badass people on here. The stories that they've shared has just been really crazy. Those are my favorite ones.
It's cool to go back and look at them too. Like they can go back and see this footage.
That's right. Their families, families will always be able to see.
When they're gone, they can say, "Hey, look, this is so and so who did." Yeah.
When we had Don Post, that was hands down one of my, and we still, talk, but it's so wonderful that we had him on our show. That is somebody that I hold a very high respect. That guy is,
That was actually one of my very favorite episodes.
Yeah.
Cool. I really enjoyed Don Post.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, man, your collection looks fantastic, brother.
Thanks, bud. Well, like I said, I put a post in Collection Wars not too long ago, and I told everybody, every single person in this group, nearly every person in this group inspires me to be a better collector. They inspire me. Like when I walk, and I just all I have to do sometimes is just click on the Collection Wars and just kind of go through, see what the berries are doing, or see what Jeff has done, or Jens's new project, or what Joel does every 15 freaking minutes. He takes some 15 minutes to make something, and he'll do it again. It's like that guy is incredible. Just watching him bust those things out. It is. Every single person in here has kind of like their niche in this community.
Yeah, it's true. That's very true.
And it's such I appreciate every single person. And I really get. Yeah, I read there was another post not too long ago where this one guy, he was saying something to the fact where he goes, I don't have a big collection and I don't have much and I don't have like a grand gallery like some of you guys do have. And so I talk about it and I comment on it. I'm just afraid to show mine, and I messaged him back and I said, look, sometimes the smallest but well thought of display can be just as attractive as a huge gallery if it's done right. It shouldn't matter about how much you've accumulated. It should matter about what you have and what you do with what you have.
Yeah,
you can just sit there and put things on a shelf and let it get dusty and call it a collection, or you can find a way to give it a presentation that it deserves, and it doesn't have to be large, but if you do it correctly, it can feel large.
Right. Yeah. I remember when we first. I don't know how many. We do have a lot of people that did see that, but the ones that are watching tonight that didn't see, Matt had his original vintage collection. If it's okay if I share that, Matt.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, his house caught on fire and burned, and he lost everything in there.
Everything.
And I think it's really, really cool to see where you're at today.
Thanks, man. Yeah, there was a point in time when I honestly I was never gonna do it again. I was never gonna. And it was funny because it was just kind of just sitting there, and it was during the time when my wife was sick, and I was on the laptop and the computer, and just kind of I saw Hot Toys. And as soon as it brought me back. It was funny. It just the fire just clicked. Yeah. And it was almost like a page flip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, and then I started seeing like your collection, and I started seeing Gabe's collection. Yeah. And Joseph didn't know it, but I've known Joseph for a very long time because he's always been on social media, and that's what made me. Gabe's room and your room is kind of what made me get started into realizing that, hey, you know what, I got this stuff now, I might as well show it. It's small, but it's certainly have grown. But when I first started, it was only only like 10, maybe 15 figures.
Yeah, which is good. Jens just he just said that he loves your collection. Thanks to Matt. And he says, thanks to Matt, I was invited on Collection Wars. Yeah, and Jens was real busy through the community. Man,
I remember that episode. We had him on, and it was shortly after you commissioned him for the job as Palace, and boy, he just got slammed.
Yeah,
I was so happy for him because I don't think he expected that.
Yeah, and I didn't either, thinking that, hey, let's do let's do it, right on. And we did it, he did it. Yeah, and General Kenobi's bunker, he says that, display is a huge part of being a collector, and you couldn't have said it better. And Gabe and I always talk about that it's the display, and
well,
like
I said, anybody can take a shelf and just throw it in and put items on it and say, yeah, that's my collection. Or you can have this sense of pride about it. And if you have the capabilities in a room to be able to do it, why not show it? I mean, it's just to me, this stuff is just as important as if, like, you walked into somebody's wine cellar and was looking at his art collection and looking at Rembrandt's or Picasso's on his wall. I mean, I'm not trying to compare my Hot Toys to Picasso's, but I'm just saying that's how I view it. It's art.
Yeah,
it should be displayed. It should be displayed.
That's your excitement. That's your excitement.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's really cool when you first open up one of those Hot Toys, right? When you get the figure. And what's your favorite thing? Is like mine. I liked it when I open it up. The first thing I do is smell it.
Smell.
I
I was
love
gonna say that
Yeah, I love
brand new plastic and
Oh man.
oh, dude, I love that.
When I was a kid, I used to love the smell of my Star Wars action figures.
Yep.
Oh, I used to love it.
It's so funny that you said that because that's one of the first early things that comes to my head is like when you said that, it was like, oh, that open smell, that brand new smell of a figure.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hey, I want to bring something up real quick. So, I am so lucky to have met so many awesome people like you, Matt, through the community and all the viewers that are watching.
Same.
And I hope one day I get to meet them all in person. And
I have a feeling you're gonna meet quite a few of them.
I know, I'm hoping so. But what I'm getting at is I get literally people from all over the world, not U.S., Germany, France, Australia, Russia.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, I'm really, I don't ask for these things, but people just I've had so many gifts given. I get stuff in the mail, and today I received from a gentleman. I want to show everybody. Sorry, I can't put it on the big screen, but I can't. So this guy is from France. And when he reached out to me, he doesn't speak a word of English, but he just says, "Hey, thank you so much for I love your collection." But I wanted to show you guys what he sent me. He sent me this book of that's all in French, right? And
on.
Isn't that cool? And in this book, he sent me like 20, 30 different things. A couple things he sent was a real vintage card back,
yeah.
a tri-logo card back
Oh, wow.
it doesn't have the proof doesn't have the proof of purchase on there. Isn't that cool?
That's badass.
Yeah. So, and he had asked me, he was showing me his collection, and he said, "Which one do you want me to send you?" Because he has these boxes. He has all this stuff, all these vintage action figures, the Death Star play sets, pretty much the whole complete vintage collection, and everything that he sent me. I mean, there's stickers. He sent me a couple other, open things, but this is pretty cool too. He sent me, look, guys, if y'all remember this right here, and it's the booklet.
Oh, look at that! And it shows the different products that are coming.
Yeah.
Oh my God! How old is that?
I know this is from 1983.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I remember those things, Michael.
Yeah, and this one's so different, and it's all in French. It's got
that's so cool.
And I mean, I'm actually looking at this stuff as we're live right now. And look, he sends me. I have this record, but I don't have this record in French.
Wow, different variants. That's cool, man.
Isn't that really cool?
That is really cool.
I'm literally seeing all this stuff right now with you guys. And he sent my wife all these little clippings of Barbie stuff. But like with this book, it's got like on the back. Look, let me show you guys. This is really cool. It's got all the toys that were released.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? And when I saw the way his figures are packaged, I mean, this is an amazing book, and it shows stuff that was never released, like the Bespin. These were some of the 12-inch figures.
Oh, that's a 12-inch and it's got the Bespin outfit on. Yeah, they never did that one. They only did New Hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and still, like all these little, like these are out of magazine articles.
That's very cool, Michael. Those are all those little toys you're having, Izzy, right? Yeah.
Yes. Like, look at this. I don't know what it says, but you vintage guys ought to be getting a kick out of this.
Wow, dude, that is so cool.
And this one I've never, ever seen before. Look at this. I'm looking at this for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that cool? Oh, this one's really cool. And this is old. This is from the 70s. This is like a comic book right here. Comic on this side.
And then an advertisement on the – oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Dude, that's just badass. I wonder who took those pictures. I wonder if those are pictures from that one guy, and they just
No, this would have been before his time.
Yeah.
But that being said, though, it is very possible.
Yeah.
You know, it's very, very possible. But man, this is really cool. This card back.
Yeah, that's really cool, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not.
That's almost something you'd want to like just kind of frame up or something. That'd be kind of cool just to frame that up.
I mean, but it's stuff like this, that he gave me patches, he sent some keychains, I don't know what any of this is, but and then
La Cantina.
Yeah, La Cantina. But I really dig like I'm not quite sure what these are. But this little booklet here, right here, I love this thing.
That is cool. That is actually really cool.
I remember when my mom got me that.
Didn't you just flip out when you saw that?
Yeah,
thing?
she's like, I had a friend come over. His name was Jerry, and then I remember my mom saying, "Hey, can you get this out of my closet?" And
yep.
I remember going into her closet. It was weird that she was wanting me to go in there and get. I can't remember what it was she was asking me to go get, but it was the box was sitting in the closet floor. I was just like, holy shit!
Yep.
That was so cool.
My parents teased me with that. So my birthday is December the 8th. So like on my birthday, I remember getting like the Hoth battle play set, and then the snow speeder, and I got a Scout Walker, and then a bunch of figures. And my mom and my dad made it sound like they wanted to do something different for me for Christmas. They just wanted to just keep, so they only got they kept telling me that's all I got you. That's the only thing you're going to get for Star Wars. And then come Christmas time, I opened all the presents, and sure enough, there wasn't one damn Star Wars present, but I wasn't pouting. I was kind of happy, and I had got some cool stuff. But then my dad was like, "Matt, you forgot one." And he goes, it's behind the curtain. So the Christmas tree was like right next to the window with a curtain. So we put it right behind the curtain. I opened up and I saw that thing. I started crying.
Yeah.
Tears were just going down my eyes. I ran, I jumped in my dad's arms, just gave him this big old hug. It was like he gave me a bar of gold or something, dude. It's like I was freaking out.
There's nothing better than hearing the stories of the memories. Those memories just that'll never die, those are the things, It's crazy that you know, and I've said this before on the show, I feel sorry for all the rest of the world, the people that aren't into this cool shit.
That's why I let Nate play with them. I because a lot of his friends don't want to do that. They want to come over. They just want to play video games or stuff like that. But when Nate's by himself, the first thing he wants to do is he wants to go into my box. He wants to pull out all my old Hasbro and Kenner stuff out, and he wants to play with them.
Yeah.
And I can just sit there and watch him. Because I sit there and it's almost like I sit there and I kind of give him ideas of how to play with them.
Yeah, that's cool.
So and it's fun. I can relive my childhood through him because I'm watching how he's doing it. He plays with them exactly the same way I did.
That's really, really cool, man.
Yeah,
I can't believe this book, all the stuff that it's got in it. It's really cool. I've always wanted this Jawa. I don't know if anybody has this.
Seen that. Was that a plush?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know if anybody has ever had this or had it when they were a kid. I mean, that's a very,
Is that one of the important ones to you?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But I never had it. I always wanted it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, man. Star Wars. Gotta love it. Yeah, it's just so cool. But a very
special. So you met this guy on through he's in Collection Wars? The guy
no, he I don't know if he saw one of my Star Killer videos or something like that, but he had reached out.
Yeah.
And by the way, Stephen from Ravenwood Collectibles says, "Hey Matt, how's it going, Washington State neighbor?"
Oh, you know what? I'm glad he just popped on because when I was at Joseph's house, I just found out that Ravenwood Collectibles, they live in Battleground, Washington. That's like about 10, 15 minutes.
You want to talk about getting blown away with a really cool? You will really appreciate their collection. Have you seen their collection?
Yeah, well, I mean, just posts on. Yeah, but I've never been. Yeah, I would love to go.
That'd be really cool.
Collection and just meet up with them for lunch or something like that. Yeah. I think they're great.
Yeah, we were talking about these wonderful gifts, and I hope I'm not putting them on the spot when I say this, but Stephen and his lovely wife, they've sent me things that are, it's like, what the hell? It's really cool.
They are one of the nicest
Yeah,
couples.
it's just, and it's just, what an awesome
I
family.
love couples like that, like them. I love and Scott and Janine Berry.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, they're
Bowmans. I mean, they're fantastic. I just like couples like that allow themselves to enjoy the Star Wars together. It's really cool to see, because you don't see that very often. It doesn't, there's lots of husbands and wives out there, and they live happily ever after, and neither one of them share their hobbies with each other.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
that's actually really cool to see that.
Yeah, Steven says that you're welcome anytime.
Oh, I appreciate that, Stephen. Thank you. And same here. If you guys want to ever come out here, you're more than welcome. We live right off of Horseshoe Lake, and come out and check out my gallery.
I'm gonna reach out to Gabe. Hang on one second. Hang on. Or see what he says. But yeah, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of Andor, and
I am too.
seeing where it's going.
Yeah, they kind of left you. So, like, how do you think? So, what do you think is the next step of the story right now? So, they kind of, they left with kind of relishing in the moment. He's laughing. He knows that the rebellion has started. You could see, like, okay, here it has begun.
Well, they've kicked a big hornet's nest now.
Yes, they did.
You know what I mean?
Yep. I wonder if you'll see, like, maybe some Imperial retaliation.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Hopefully not a bunch of innocent people. But you know what's crazy? I will say real quick on Andor. I know we're off and on about this Andor thing, but I will say that they really, really replicate the Germans, the Nazi army. Just the way they keep their hand behind their back.
The regime, the whole the way they march, the stand, they're almost the way they command. Yeah.
Did you notice the turrets too? Like that they would hide? Did you see that in the background?
Yes.
Those are pretty cool. But
those are really cool.
They had that shit.
I like that. I like those gun posts like that. Like when it has like sort of an outpost with like
and those little barricades on the roads and shit.
Yeah.
That's good. You really paid attention to that. That's really cool. Stuff. Yeah.
Yep, the direction is good. I for people who are questioning, the speed of the story, all I say is just look. It's 20 some episodes, so just relax and just kind of enjoy the way they're introducing the characters. Because like I said, I mean, if they had action every single episode, it would get monotonous and kind of like, okay, well,
yeah, you lose actual story.
Exactly. And appreciate the fact that they're taking the time to give you a sense of everybody kind of identifying with a certain character in this in the series. So just give it time. I think it's going to be. I like the direction. I think it's good. I think they're doing a really good job, in my opinion.
Armando just said that Gabe's going to be happy because the Padres beat my Dodgers, so he's not happy. Sorry, Armando.
Sorry, Armando.
Are going to beat. I don't know.
I was going to say I don't think they played.
Yeah, man, but I think it's going to be cool. I just hopefully I was thinking like today, like how is he going to find K2SO? You know what I mean?
Right.
And for somebody like him who's kind of like a loner dude, he really, finds a friend in K2SO. You know what I mean?
I'm anxious to see that part, to see the whole story of that develop. I wonder if they're enemies at first, or if he converts it, or if it got into a fight and he's like laying there and he finds somebody to convert it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, that's great thinking about how they do that.
I mean, it's how did that relationship form? It's just because obviously he's an Imperial droid. He's an Imperial droid. You know what I mean? So he has to be transferred or changed somehow.
Yeah, I hate how that they all died at the end. You know what I mean?
I know, and that I think the Rogue One. One of the things about Rogue One is that I love the movie so much, and it brought this closure of all the characters because they died, so there's a closure to it, So, but now that they're going, in the past and showing how this all happened, you sort of have this relit fire of this guy that and you feel sorry for it because that his inevitable end. He's gonna die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think this early part is so important to the viewer so they can actually look at Cassian as not just some mercenary that they saw in Rogue One, but as a character that has a background and why he is the way he is when you saw Rogue One. To me, that's important.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Hey, so let me ask you, because at first, when you first saw like that one thing go over that,
yeah.
So at first, I thought those were like missile tests or something.
That's what I thought too.
And then,
but it's sort of like the beginning of some sort of ritualistic like
meteor shower.
Meteor shower. Yeah.
I remembered when they told the story about it a couple episodes back or whenever that was. Yep. But at first, for the few times I saw that,
when you saw it, I did. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. Yep,
exactly.
Let's see what Gabe says here. Hang on. Yeah, Gabe might jump on, but yeah, I told him we're going to be wrapping up soon, but yeah, man,
Hey, did you did you see any ships so far in Andor that you would think would be kind of a cool project or studio scale model that you would like in your collection?
On Andor?
Yeah.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Hi, yeah, what's up?
Hey,
what
bro.
up, guys? What you guys been chatting about?
The Padres.
We've been talking about you.
We've been talking baseball, talking about the Padres.
The Padres?
Yeah.
No, we just won. I know.
That's what you were doing. You weren't at no damn birthday party. Birthday dinner. Don't be BSing me.
No, we came home around like 8-ish.
Yeah.
Around the
Hey, your shelves look brown back there.
They are brown.
Are they?
Uh-huh.
Are they really? I always thought they were black.
No, they're like a dark brown.
Oh, okay. I was always under the assumption they were black.
I can't even believe that.
I got the new iPhone that's like super crazy, like hyper. I don't know. The camera's super crazy.
You're coming up more clear than you've ever had before on
Oh yeah, no, this camera is insane. Like this phone is insane. It's like 48 megapixels or something ridiculous.
It looks really sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of cutting in and out, kind of like slow.
Me?
Yeah, you're freezing up.
Oh, you know what? I wasn't on Wi-Fi. I might.
Yeah, I lost you.
Yeah, his voice was good. It was just his screen was freezing.
Yeah. Yeah, he was lagging.
No, it's funny. I always, because I've been looking at Gabe's collection in his room for like 10, 12 years, and I always thought those were black.
Sorry, I wasn't on the Wi-Fi. That's why.
Oh yeah, no problem.
There you go. Better?
Yeah, way better.
Yeah, no, they're dark brown.
Dude, I never knew that.
Yeah,
that's
why they match the. So when you look at it, it matches the walls.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people actually got black because they thought yours were black.
They don't make them. It's the only color.
Okay.
Well, it's a black brown, but so the old style Vestas and the old style used to be like a darker, deeper. Actually, no. First, they were like kind of lighter brown, and then they came out with like a deep dark brown. And I think actually my Billy is kind of the darker brown. But yeah, dude, they're brown.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
I didn't even know that. That's weird. That's funny.
It's beautifully displayed. I mean, Gabe's a perfect example of what you can do with a small room. I mean, it's amazing what he does with that room.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the problem though. running out of, I've been run out of space. Like I don't have any space for anything anymore.
God, that's crazy. I'm still like, look, because it's weird because it's like black right now, and then
you
like
look at
right
the
now when
color.
you can see the brown.
Yeah,
You can see how brown it is, like right there. You
almost like
see
it
that?
changes color as you
Do you see that?
your chair.
Yeah.
It could also be the light because like the light shine, but I mean that is the real color. They are brown.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
It's really
it just
weird. Yeah, right.
it's
Just
just
when
really
we thought we knew Gabe. Everybody's saying that they thought they
Just
were
when we
black.
thought we knew Gabe.
the
Yeah.
Apple what the Apple iPhone does.
Hey, so what do you guys think of that new premium format probe droid?
Yeah, that's why I just listed my MYC probe droid.
I noticed that.
And I didn't know, honestly, like, okay, so here's the thing. So I didn't know what really to price. I don't know if that was my first MYC thing. Like, do these things usually sell for more? Is it for, I just want to get like what I paid for it.
I
didn't know what to price it.
Yeah. Have they been appreciating in price or?
I don't know. You think is that I put it up for 1,600. Is that too much?
No.
No, not at all.
No.
I think that's a good price for that.
I mean, you
I
probably
think
have you looked to see if they're for sale on eBay?
Well, the thing is, because retail it was 12 something, and then the shipping was $250.
Yeah, it was like 1,500.
Yeah, so 1,500. So I figured I don't know.
Well,
the PayPal fees, are going to be
PayPal fees. It's a limited run. They're not going to make those anymore. I mean, so
yeah. So,
but I'm glad I held off because I was probably going to buy Michael's, but then I saw that premium format one. I was like going,
I know.
Man, I passed up on 3 deals on that deal.
Could have sold it for $2,000. Like, yes,
I had a guy offer me $3,000 for that thing.
Really?
No.
Dude, nobody's hit me up about it. Like,
I think Joseph is going to sell his too because he likes that premium format one. Because it's articulated and it lights and sound and.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what it'll actually like look like once it is? But I have the 6 scale one. I love the 6 scale one.
Too. You know what I mean? I like it too. Yeah.
And I like the base. I kind of like that weathered white looking base better. But
that's the only thing I didn't like about the premium format ones. I thought the base was kind of pointless. I didn't understand why they had the base is like kind of like a spaceship top or something, almost like like a.
I think that's how because that's how the busts look, right?
Yeah.
The busts have that weird like, let me see if I can.
I would have made it out of snow. Made a snow base out of it, but
that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of snow base, Matt, have you gotten your ion cannon completed yet?
Right.
Getting there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, Gabe.
You see what I mean? Like they have like.
See it over there?
Oh yeah.
I'm doing all the at STs and in a snow speeder, and I'm painting all the little men right now. So.
Oh, for your T16?
No, my ion cannon.
Oh, that.
Yep.
I'm getting pretty far along on that T16.
And I'm going to be following your video because I'll be getting that thing next week.
So here's the thing. Like I've been recording some of the harder parts of it. The problem
Have
is
you been airing them?
No, I haven't put them out there yet. So the first part is just more about like cleaning up and just like how to cut certain parts. Cause some of them they are hard. Like you can't just like cut them or else you're going to break them.
You have to like sand them off, right?
Either sand it off or do the score and snap.
Right.
But there's one piece that's like, I was terrified because you got to cut it in half, like perfectly in half.
Whoa,
and
really?
I just did it with the razor blade, just slowly putting pressure on it.
But is there like a crease to show you where to cut it? Is it like
no?
You have to cut it to straight raw.
You got to find the center point and then
Oh wow. Okay.
And what I did notice, I gotta hit up Jason about it. I did find a couple mistakes on the instructions. A couple of numbers are flipped. So like me, I was like super just following directions, just going step by step by step. And then I realized that I had like one of the pieces was still like left over. And I was like, wait a second, that can't be right. And I go back and I'm like, wait a second, that says A14 or A13. This is A14.
Oh, so the
So I had
numbers
to-
were flipped.
So I had to break it off and
Yeah.
then, re-glue it. And that was the first one. And then the other one, there's two mistakes like that. And not a big deal, but just like people that are following directions like exactly. I'd probably just suggest like just step back and actually look at the pictures and actually, use the references more than the instructions.
God, there's a
What do
lot
you-
of people that right now are saying, like Armando says he received his kit yesterday, and Brian, he's ordered his water decals.
Yep.
He started cleaning his pieces, so that's
Yeah.
cool, Gabe, that we're talking about that. Hey, Marcel says that Eaton's coming out with a metal base for the T16.
Yeah, I think he's
Wow.
gonna machine. He's gonna machine one. I've actually been spending like the last like 3 days. I've been jumping on and just trying to put my part in trying to locate and ID the real part.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I've made some pretty good progress. At least I got some good leads.
You got to
Because
follow
it's-
what Cantwell did.
Well, no, trying to ID the little metal, the metal parts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I'll post something on the video too because I think I know what kind of parts they are. It's just now finding the vintage part, right? Like finding the actual.
Are you talking about the stand, the gold stand?
Yeah.
Because you don't think that was Cantwell made that part, didn't he?
No. It's a found part, and that's the thing. Like, so people think it, and I think it is. Like, I think it's they're pieces from a lamp. So that it's the internal pieces from a lamp. Like Jason and a lot of people like on the RPF said that they think it's the spider thing that holds up the lamp thing, the lampshade,
Right.
which it does look like it,
Yeah.
and that's more than likely what it is.
But
it's
what
not necessarily-
lamp, right?
Right. That's the part that I've been researching and I've been going into it, and I think I've narrowed it down to the type of lamp. And then my brother-in-law has a lighting company, so and he deals with like vintage stuff and like Tiffany lamps and stuff like that. So like, I've been just telling him, hey man, like if you come across, like just let me know, because you could find a similar part but with the circle instead of the hex shape. You can definitely find it, but that hex part is the hardest part. So trying to ID what kind of lamp it came from, or
Very cool.
See, that's where we're talking about the journey there, Michael. The journey of
Yeah.
building the model. That's part of it right there. And I'm glad Gabe's doing it first because
Yeah, because there's a lot of people
Yeah.
that are watching that are actually no pressure, Gabe.
yeah. And
I'm just basing all of ours on yours now.
So I'm telling you. So here's the thing too. The other thing you also got to keep in mind. There's also some measurements that are kind of like I was going to do it exactly as the instructions said, but once you start actually like looking at it and kind of spacing them and like trying to, I don't think that spacing is correct. But especially because of the back part, right? Because the back, you're supposed to leave 10 millimeters from like kind of where the motor is gonna kind of glue on there. But when you start looking at the Cantwell one, like there's a good picture in that Chronicle book where you're looking at it from top down, and you see some of the parts kind of sticking out, and you actually see a red, like the wheel is red. It has a red rim, and you could clearly see the red rim kind of across it. So that means it's a little bit further out. Like I'm talking about millimeters. Like I'm talking about it probably should have been 8 millimeters instead of 10 millimeters. But it's something that if you want it like accurate, that's little things like that.
You could tell from looking at something though the difference between 10 and 8 millimeters.
Well, because of that red rim. That's the only reason.
That's what throws it off because it's red.
That's the only thing. If you follow the instructions, that rim is going to go almost flush, right? It's going to go flush into the back part. But the Cantwell one, if you look at it like at perfectly like at a 90-degree angle, you'll see the little red rim kind of sticking out.
I understand what you're saying.
You gotta say, and it's microscopic, but
you're gonna see the red. You're gonna see it.
You can see the red rim. Yeah. So.
Well, that's good. I love that you're doing this because you're obviously saving a lot of us a lot of pain and agony when we do get ours, because then it won't be as frustrating.
Yeah.
All right, so how far are you like sanding the pieces now? Have you got them all separated and everything?
Yeah, I have to separate all that and I have to like get all that. What are you guys talking about? What, watermelon and grapes? What are you guys talking about?
What it's fucking hilarious because I think maybe your phone's picking up every little.
Oh my gum, really?
Oh my god, dude, Gabe, you're gonna have to come back.
It's like you could have told me. Which is crazy because I'm not even on a microphone. That's how good this phone is.
It's picking up real good, bro. I just for the last like 10, I almost text you, dude.
We've been listening to your stomach digest for like the last 15 minutes.
it's the actual dude, Steven. He's like, what kind of game? Hey, when Denise chews gum, she chews her gum, and I don't know how she does it, but she bites little bubbles in her gum.
Yeah.
Like she makes these
constantly. It's so. I hate it. It's like my biggest pet peeve of what my wife does.
It's so funny you're saying that, Michael. The other night, I'm dealing baccarat at the casino, and there's this one player, and he's doing that. He's like every time I start dealing, he goes pop 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 with his gum, and he was doing that for like 15 minutes, and finally I just stopped and I go, "Sir, I am not going to deal another single hand until you spit that godforsaken gum out of your freaking mouth." He's like, "Whoa, you don't like me?" I'm like, "No, I cannot deal anymore. You stop popping your bubbles, spit the gum out." And I sat there and I waited for him to do it. And at first he wasn't going to do it, but when all the players saw that I wasn't going to deal, they all started looking at him. They're like, "Spit your gum out."
Hey, Gabe, I know you are loved in this community that much where every single viewer can make a comment about your chewing gum. That's fucking hilarious. Marcel says, Gabe, don't fart, bro.
I know. This iPhone, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, dude, that's funny. But seriously, guys, I think that's really cool. I can't believe through the community actually how many people have purchased this T16. It's crazy. And did you guys get this after Gabe? Did y'all were y'all inspired?
I knew about it when Jason was building the prototype.
Yeah, Jason has been announcing it for a little while.
Yeah. But hey, I think it's really, really cool, seriously, to throw out what you're doing, Gabe, on that.
Yeah, it's gonna be helpful. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it almost like it almost feels like there needs to be like a T16 club. You know what I mean? Like
that's a really good idea. I mean, we should start it on Collection Wars. I think that'd be cool doing that. Yeah. For those of us that are building it.
Yeah, that's cool. Brian says that you were the guy, Gabe. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So
Jason had been posting it for a while, and I was just waiting for it to drop, right? Because we knew about it.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Jason to actually drop it. It wasn't necessarily Jason, right? It was
it's
John.
happening pretty quick because they whipped out that Ion can. I remember when Jason was making the Ion, and then when they released it as a kit, and everybody, everybody has that now,
It's such a cool kit.
Yeah,
I love that thing. I absolutely love it. I look at it every single day.
That's awesome, Matt. That's really cool. I can't wait till you get it all done. I know
it should have been done by now, but I'm taking my time. It's going to be really cool when I'm finished with it.
Yeah, it's a project. Yeah. So, what's that?
No, Marcel suggested that to Lee, and he said it was a goofy idea.
A T16 club? That's like Lee's favorite He loves that ship. That's his favorite ship. Why would he not want that?
Maybe you titled it wrong. Maybe it's not necessarily a club, right?
Yeah.
It's more like a community of I don't know,
T16 appreciators.
of T16 freaking novices. Like we really don't know what we're doing. We're just like, let me glue this here.
Hey, Gabe, what made that to be your favorite ship? What was it that made that?
I've always liked the three wings, so that's why I like the shuttle type. You know, the
Yeah.
Imperial shuttles, but the T16. I think once I started getting into prop replicas too, like that one was like, oh my god, like I want that ship. Because it's a prop replica, right? It's not it's not studio scale,
Right.
So that's why I really wanted it. And in fact, I have this awesome like vintage blueprints of it, and it came in these like this vintage blueprints like book.
Did you get it off of Etsy?
I got it on eBay. No, this is like
I think I might have got the same one that you did. I got it off
the folded ones that were in that like envelope.
Really cool.
Yeah. So it'd be really
it looks like blueprint, like actual blueprints of schematics of the T16.
Yeah.
It'll have like multiple angles of it.
Right. Yeah, and I think it was right. It was a Lucasfilm book where it had all these different blueprints and all that.
Really cool.
Speaking of book, Gabe, did you get yours?
I just got it. I haven't been able to open it up, but yeah, good. I saw the package in the front. Thank you.
Good.
Appreciate that so much.
Good, man. Glad you got it. Hey, so did you get to see Andor?
I did. I saw it this morning. It's great. I mean, it had me on the edge of my seat the whole time. I was like, oh my God, come on. Like, you can do this. How are you going to do this? Like,
were you guys on edge when she wasn't responding? And he was like, are we on the go? Are we gonna go? And at first I was like going, dude, is she gonna screw this thing up? Is she like, I mean, I didn't know at first if she was gonna pull the trigger or not and go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch it the second time.
You know what my favorite part of that whole thing is? The TIE fighter part. Like the part where they actually show them getting into it. Yes. I was like, I always thought about that. Like, how do you get in there? Like, do you?
Yeah, funny. We were talking about the exact same thing.
Yeah, we were. Yeah,
I love that, and it shows how they get in, how they turn it on. I was like,
talk about a cool diorama piece. Wouldn't that be cool? You know,
with the ladder.
Yeah,
that would be. I've seen an art picture of that before. So
yeah.
Brian says, "What book?"
Yeah, Michael sent me the. What is it? The Star Wars to Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Like is it a Chronicle? No, it's not Chronicles book, right?
It's kind of like that. I mean, it's got all the.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got all that stuff. We showed it. It's when we were showing the maquettes a couple weeks back. So, I know a lot of people in the community have been picking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, no, it was great, man. That episode was. Now I'm just like trying to like. What's next? What's up with that guy? What's his name? The collector guy, the pawn shop guy.
The guy at the end that was laughing when he found out about the assault, the rebel assault. Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was a good laugh or a bad laugh. You know.
Yeah.
We were also talking about how what's her name? The Mal Mothma. Is that like? So we were talking like what. Is she going to have to end up eventually choosing between her family and her life and the Senate and the things the way she did for the rebellion? I mean, I wonder if that's just going to tear, sever her family to join the rebellion.
Yeah. She didn't seem to care for him much anyway.
Yeah. It seems like her husband's probably going to betray her some way. You know what I mean? Like that just seems like
he was after her for her money, anyways.
Yeah.
That was a position marriage.
Yeah, Armando, I saw your post on Instagram. It's a different book cover, but I guess it's the inside is the same, but it's got like that Return of the Jedi, the guy that actually we had on our show that did that scene where you see the Falcon and all the ships around it. It's got a different cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Yeah, Gabe, I got my blockade runner today, all intact.
Nice.
Yeah, man, it's pretty.
Everything came in great.
Good. Yeah.
How did that get shipped? With just a big crate and
2 big boxes.
Okay.
Yeah, the back engine was in one box, but amazingly how between like Jason and Mike Salzo, they are really good at boxing these days. Double box things, and
How does the back engine attach, Michael? How does it attach?
it's really cool. It's got so there's a male flange. So the head, there's a female and there's a male on the head that slides in and it plugs in for the lighting. There's a plug on
Right.
the inside. And then on the back, it's got a male that sticks out of the body, and that engine just slides on about 3 inches of pipe that goes on.
Nice.
Real smooth.
No creases. You can see just looks real nice and tight.
Perfect, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's badass. So, man, look, hey Gabe, can you see your picture right now?
It looks really good, dude.
No, but I'm just saying, can you see the brown on your? It's got to be. That's the light. That's the light. That's a light hitting down.
Where's that?
Can you see it though, Gabe? Can you see the brown?
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, they're brown.
Dude,
Damn, Michael, I think we're gonna have to get one of these cameras that Dave.
I know,
Dave,
dude. What's up?
look
with
how
that?
crisp that looks. That's just. Oh, there's the that looks beautiful, dude. So, were you happy with it?
Here. Oh yeah, this thing.
Yeah, that thing's nice. Joseph says it's pretty heavy too, huh?
Yeah, let me flip this around. Sorry, you guys get to see mine.
Oh.
Excuse you, Gabe.
No. What's that?
Oh, dang, man.
Oh, my gum still?
No, this is any little move you make, like in your trousers, or
Oh, you
if
can
you
hear
try to slip a
everything.
quiet one, dude. We heard it.
We can hear your thighs chafing against each other.
Is that
That
the
is
front
beautiful,
facing
man. That looks really nice. My God, they did a really good job on that.
Gabe, it's
It's
crazy
so
on the
No
picture.
doubt. I posted the review, and then I got a couple of messages going like, "Thank you, I just pre-ordered it. I just ordered it." And then all of a sudden, within like maybe 2 hours, everyone was commenting, "Oh, it's sold out. It's sold out."
Hey, Steven, your question on the hammerhead. I have something that's very similar, and I'll show you guys sometime.
Here you go, guys, for sale. Look at this little guy.
That's pretty cool. I have one that even before Rogue One came out. I'll have to show you sometime. It actually looks like a concept Falcon, like one of the
That's
concept
beautiful.
Falcon.
And then here's this game.
That's the sideshow one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They did a good job on it, man. I mean, they really did. I mean, I think the color's a little bit off, but I like it.
You guys rarely get to see this side of the.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because that's facing you when you're sitting in front of the camera.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Gabe, were those lenses on there already? Did Jens put those on, or did you put them on?
No, Jens did it.
Yeah.
So they weren't like fogged up.
Right. Right.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got this mess over here.
Jesus. Trying to look like Joseph.
Gabe. Gabe. Whew. Yeah, very cool. Those are cool statues. That's crazy. You got the maquette Tauntaun on the ground.
Yeah, got no room for it.
What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know yet. I don't know.
Have you thought about selling it or what?
The Tom?
Yeah.
No, I won't sell it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm selling these two. I'll sell. I'll probably get rid of this guy. Although I really like. I mean, this is the premium format, so it's huge.
Have you guys seen the Dana Dynamics
Yeah.
Emperor? I saw Joseph's yesterday. It looks really nice.
Kylo Ren back there. So I don't know. We'll see. And then I like this helmet. Yeah. Just a lot of stuff on the ground. I'm not happy.
What helmet is that on the ground? The Darth Vader melted helmet.
That's the Master Eddie V2.
Oh, okay. I thought you got rid of that.
No. And I got this one from Lee.
Oh, cool. Oh, it's all clean.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted the clean version
Yeah.
because all the helmets up here are clean. So I figured kind of stay with the.
That looks good.
Have you been moving your helmets around?
I did a little bit. I put all the X-wing helmets on that side, and then I put kind of the bounty hunters over here
I gotcha.
because I got that Jango Fett helmet.
I love that wall. That wall is so cool.
Yeah.
Which one?
That right there. I love that. That right there, that display right there, I could look at that all day.
Hey, so that's like a wood plank, right, Gabe?
Yeah.
You did such a good job on that Hoth 3PO. I love that one.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, you know, I'm on the building on the restaurant. I'm
Right.
I'm going to be adding like a wood tile outside there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean, like vertical. Going upright.
Wood tile on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen it done on an exterior of a building, but I think it might look pretty cool.
That's a great display too. That just looks really clean. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a lot of wasted space though, right here. I don't know. Maybe one day because I could put planks across it and then
Yeah, like maybe 2 different Boba helmets on each side, or
yeah. Well, I could probably put the blaster there too, right?
yeah.
And then put the Master Replica's blaster that's up there. But
Ooh,
if it's so perfect,
the Boba Fett jetpack,
the what?
the jetpack, Boba Fett jetpack.
Yeah. What about it?
Can you go up closer to it?
Oh yeah.
I'm doing this for Joseph.
Oh, what a jerk!
Hey, it's gonna take him a while, but Jason's gonna paint.
I know. I was just.
He's gonna. I think it's gonna look badass, dude.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah,
Joseph's. He's like motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's a story we should let Joseph talk about.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, and he'll be glad too.
Yes, he will.
Poor guy, dude. 2 days he's been in the dumps, man. Fuck.
Well, Michael.
Yeah. Joseph's on, I think, right now too.
Where's Joseph at?
That looks really good.
Where's Joseph? Anyways.
Man, I love that corner, dude. Seeing those, I love seeing those in that corner. It looks good, Gabe. That seeing the Spina pieces.
Yeah. Going up the corner there.
Yeah, that looks badass.
Yeah.
The colors, I love it.
Like I said, man, for a room that size, I think you have it perfectly displayed.
Yeah.
Check this out. I totally forgot. So remember I told you guys, and I'm gonna have to like put you guys on hold for a little bit so I can pull it out. My uncle I'm all like up in your guys' face again. So remember this piece right here? So this is,
you were trying to find out about it.
So this is an actual like penciled and pen drawing, right? Like, so here I'm gonna go solo so you guys can see it.
I love
So this is an actual like used like actual screen what are they called?
Storyboard.
You can see the pinholes.
Yeah.
See like coffee stain, and again, this is all like penned and pencil and all that. Has all that. So my uncle reminded me that he sent me the Blueprints book, and in the Blueprints book, hold on, let me pull it out. I'm gonna put you guys down really quick. You guys can look at that.
Master Replica Snowspeeder.
That sticker looks a little off.
It's off by 2 millimeters.
I mean, hey, I'm gonna do it right. Do it right.
Gabe, is it in a book? You have that same thing in a book?
I have the literally the storyboard right before that one. So I have literally the next one.
Oh, that is cool.
So let me bring it.
Is that a Joe Johnston?
No, it ended up not being Joe Johnson. I thought it was Joe Johnson. Let me find it. So, do you guys have this book?
I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it has all the storyboards, and so that scene is literally when they're leaving Bespin, and the TIE fighters are like shooting at them, right? And bring that up. Yeah, so I think it's that. The what?
What page is it on?
I think. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure I find the right one. So it's literally right when they're leaving, right here. So it's made by. Let's see who the artist is. Rodis Jamero. So literally, this scene right here. So it's like the TIE fighters go right there. This is literally the next
Oh wow,
story.
that's awesome.
Oh,
So it's like
dude.
that. Boom.
That's really cool.
Oh, my gum. My bad.
Oh man, it's bad, Gabe. It's remind me of Shody, my old buddy. When we used to go eat lunch, that kid he would just smack his shit. It's like, God dang, dude, you can out for
No, it's actually not even that. It's not that loud. It's just that I'm telling you,
it's pretty loud, Gabe. I'm not gonna lie.
it's just the microphone's so good.
All right. Yeah, you really enjoyed it. Steven says, I'm getting out of bed. Matt, I'm gonna get me something to eat. Making me hungry.
You should go get a little midnight snack.
Bubblicious. Oh man. Well, Gabe.
It's actually Trident. It's actually the Trident.
Oh.
I think it's like watermelon strawberry mix.
Oh man, this is just too much. Well, Gabe, I Colorado bound tomorrow.
What time do you leave?
Yeah.
Yeah, plane leaves at little after lunchtime. So going up to Estes Park with my boys. We're going to stay in a cabin and we're going to go hiking and biking. And they want to play golf. I'm not a golfer whatsoever, but it'll be.
Oh, you got a video of that.
Yeah, man. I just want to get away.
See you off.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna. Armando says happy birthday to your daughter, Gabe.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate that.
But yeah, man. I just want to get out in the mountains and just realize how lucky I am. What's going on and reflect on my mom.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So
Take a moment.
yes.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, we're right at 2 hours now. So, so Gabe, I don't know what you have planned. If you want to get somebody else in to fill in. Or
for you being right. Yeah. I mean, if anybody wants to jump on with me, yeah, we could definitely do that. We could talk about this T16. Actually, we could have a T16 chat for anybody who's got the T16. Maybe we can jump on there and kind of just
that would be actually really cool to talk about.
Talk shop a little bit.
That's a great idea, Gabe.
Yeah.
Great idea. Maybe have a couple little videos that you could put up. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I would definitely love to see where you're at with it right now.
Yeah.
I mean, by then I should probably have the whole motor already all done, like the whole back part of it. I'm waiting. I think I found the vintage tape, the little tape circle part.
Oh, cool.
I'm not too sure yet because I found a thread where Jason posted it, and then I found the tape on eBay. I just don't know if it's going to be the exact one. I mean, it looks for everything, all the details on there were right on. But once it gets in, I'll check it out. But if that comes in,
is your plan to replace whatever found part you can find? Replace it with that?
No, because the kit's actually so good that it's pointless to do that because the kit is just so detailed that it would be dumb for me to go and spend $300 for a kit when
Yeah.
the part looks exact, like literally, like the microscopic little details, like crazy.
Right.
Yeah, no, John Geigel, right? He did such a good job, freaking
Yeah.
with that casting. It's
I'm very much
beautiful.
looking forward to it. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, me and Mike Salzo were talking on the phone today about how accurate these 3D models are coming out, and pretty soon he's thinking that he's just gonna be doing a lot of painting, instead of
Yeah.
model
Well,
building.
I think this one was casted from all of Jason's original parts. Do you
Right.
remember?
Yeah.
Jason had
Yeah.
a couple builds, right?
No, they are. He always does that, and then he
Yeah.
sends that all to John.
And it's beautiful, man. And honestly, like besides, like you just have to be smart about it, right? Like I have to like step back, and because again, the instructions are very detailed, but at the same time kind of leaves it up to you to kind of figure out a lot of little parts. So just definitely do the research, just get as many pictures as you possibly can. And I've actually been using his website, and I pull up his replica, like the one with all the found parts.
Yep.
And I because he's got a lot of good angles on some parts that you can't tell like how it's glued on, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to make sure that each part is exactly like aligned with the other
Right.
parts. So I'm just taking my time.
Well, when it's all done, it's gonna look off somehow if you don't have it all direct. Like one
Right.
piece can set the whole thing off if you don't have it right.
And look, you're right. No one's probably ever gonna see the back part of it, especially like displayed. Maybe I'll display it sideways or a little, like, maybe at an angle. But I doubt anyone's ever gonna look behind it and be like, "Oh my God, you're 2 millimeters off on that part," right? But it's more satisfaction for me because it's like. Because I don't, I like the lineage part of it, right?
Yeah.
I love having something that connects me to the original. And this is the first time that I didn't have that, right? So it's just a full-on model. And yeah, I mean, granted, they're casted off these parts that, they're found parts, but I wanted to have something connection. So I found the original float quill paints, which it's still up in there. Cantwell might have not used those float quills, but I think, I don't know. I mean, it would make sense, right? That time period, the float quills. I don't know, but that reefer gray is pretty damn close.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna. I already got it. I got the vintage float quill, so I'm just gonna try it for that, and then just the little parts, right? Like the tape dispenser. I ordered a truck kit, and this truck kit has a good amount of parts that came from it. The problem is that the new model, some of the parts are updated. So like I bought it because I thought like the chrome parts were already chromed out. I was wrong on the new one. You'd have to buy the vintage one to get the chrome parts. But I did find the like perfect chrome paint, and it's like I'll share it with you guys on Saturday.
Yeah, please.
Very cool. Well,
Yeah.
cool. That'll be a good fun show for everybody.
Yeah, I think it would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, so if anybody's got the kit and wants to jump on and kind of talk about it, it'd be kind of cool to have you and Jason on to talk about it.
That would be cool. Yeah, that would be really cool.
I can reach out to him tomorrow if you want, or Gabe, reach out to him. Reach
Yeah.
out to him.
Yeah, we'll do like a email with both of us on there and be like, hey, Jason, we'll see even if it's just for a little bit to jump on, just to kind of answer some of the questions.
Yeah. I think that'd be fun. I think he wouldn't mind doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's been really cool, and he's been commenting on the on the group about it and all that. But I really do think we should kind of come up with a little
little P16 page or something. There's some little place for us to have a group meeting. Yeah, that'd be cool.
But specifically with that model, right? Because again, it's easy enough for like kind of someone who's never done a model to start with, but it's hard enough to like intimidate someone, right? Because it really is intimidating, especially once you lay out all the parts and you're like, holy shit, like
you realize how many there are.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's what Armando said when he opened it up. He was like, holy crap.
Yeah. Hopper homies, there you go.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, I like that. Hopper homies.
Hopper homies.
Is that okay, Lee? Is that good enough for you? Hopper homies?
Lee. No.
Well, guys, I'm gonna go and hop in the shower and get ready for bed. I got a long day tomorrow, but I just I'm glad you were able to hop on, Gabe, and hang out for a little bit.
Yeah, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thank you guys, and thanks for holding it down. Thanks, Matt, jumping on.
Oh, it was my
Man.
pleasure, man. When Michael called, I had already had everything all set up and ready to go. So
Yeah, I've called Matt 10 times at least. Yeah.
Well, I
Okay.
wanted to come on last week, but I couldn't because Danny had rearranged a dinner date with another couple of ours. But I am available on Wednesdays most often whenever you guys want.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's been fun doing the midweek shows with talking the Andor stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. And Gabe, you guys enjoy and have a good show Saturday. And if
You have a safe trip, Michael.
yeah, for sure.
Enjoy your time.
family. Enjoy your time with your son.
Yeah, for damn sure. Definitely looking forward to it. And for all the viewers, man, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And guess
I'll leave you guys with this.
holy
right,
shit, dude.
Was that super loud?
Thank you, Armando. Yeah, it's real fucking loud, dude.
That's so weird.
Jesus.
That's just so weird.
Dude.
Am I super loud? Or no, just my
No,
gun?
just your smacking. Just your fucking smacking, dude. But you are super. You're muttering. You keep going like slow motion.
Yeah.
Like your voice is your voice is all on time, but the camera will skip. Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right.
See you guys. See you guys.
See you guys.
Good night, Matt.
Good
Good night,
night,
everybody.
Good night, Gabe.